defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
I'm alive, of course I'm live. Happy Friday, folks. People deluded, I'm back again. First things first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and in some cases, good night. I hope you're doing well and safe. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. I appreciate all of you lot tuned in for this video, and I'm appreciative of all the support you give my platform, our platforms, because without you lot, it's nothing from YouTube to Twitter to Twitch, and the rest of it, make sure you're following, is growing. By God's grace, 2023 is a great year for everybody, people. So yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, turn on your notifications, and comment either in the live chat when this premieres or also after. We know we play Everton tomorrow, and I'm sure over the last couple of hours, you know, late night, early morning on Friday, the news has emerged that Gabby Martinelli has signed a new deal. Some say it's from now till 2027 with the option of another year. And I think I speak for everyone when we say we're happy that this is over the line. Let's get Saka and Saliba confirmed. It, you know, ensures he's here for the long term. It's a good reward for the development he's played. There's also an element of retaining our players, because great players are always in high demand, and nobody, you know, and people want to pay a premium and things like that. So if that bridge ever happens, it is what it is, especially as Martinelli has now gone from being a young talented player to a young talented consistent, one of the first names potentially on the team sheet. So as I said, congratulations to Martinelli. Thank you for committing your future to this club. Saka and Saliba, make sure you lot join the lad. But sharing my screen with you lot, as you lot can see, Gabriel Martinelli signs new long-term contract. Gabriel Martinelli has signed a new contract with the club, committing his long-term future with us. Oh, Martinelli, what a progress this guy's made. You know, at 21 years of age, he's almost a veteran of sorts. This is his fourth season in North London, and he has already made 111 first-team appearances in all competitions during his action-packed Arsenal career. From seeing you in pre-season to under Emre in the Europa League to seeing what you're doing now, you, Smith Rowe, Saka, Saliba, they grow up so fast. Oh my! But yeah, on a serious note, the Brazil international who represented his country at the recent World Cup in Qatar made 36 first-team appearances last season and was voted our Player of the Month in both December 2021 and January 2022. Remember when they said Arteta don't rate him, he should go out alone? For me, do you know what it is with Martinelli? Sure, he's got the Brazilian skills. Sure, he's obviously scoring goals and taking his performances up. But it's the mentality since he's signed for us. And I'd say one game that sticks out for me is actually a game we lost when we played Manchester City in the League Cup when Rinderson was in goal. You could see him geeing up the players. It's just his mentality, his want to improve. And that's probably what's seen him overachieve based on what some scouts were saying and things when you just look at his career. But nonetheless, people, he's doing his thing. He's in good form this season, as he has been from August in pre-season. He has been in our starting lineup for our first 19 matches of the campaign and has made 27 appearances in all comps, people, getting 7 goals. Obviously, we know he began his career at Etano, making his debut at 16. He scored his first goal at 17, and he won the Young Player of the Award, Young Player of the Award, of the Young Player of the Year award this early in the morning. What am I struggling with that before joining us? Obviously, people, 2022 was a great year for him, for club and country, and he made his full international debut essentially, or he started it there, and he's gone on and done better. He's going all the way back. I completely forgot he's an Olympic gold champion with Brazil and Tokyo. So yeah, he's going from strength to strength, really and truly, man. Amazing. We can't forget that's great solo effort against Chelsea as well, people. Gabby scored twice on his first start for the club against Nottingham Forest in the League Cup in 2019. I didn't know that was his first start. I remember his debut to Newcastle because I'm sure Joe Willock and Reece Nelson played, and I'm sure Ceballos was rattling the Newcastle fans away in that game. Edu has said, "It's great that Gabby has signed a new contract with us. The foundations of our squad continue to be built on young talent, so it's great that Gabby has signed a new contract. Gabby is still just 21 and a player with big ability and personality. He's an important part of our future, and we're delighted that we have agreed a new contract." And he's testament to his family and himself. Obviously, he reflects what we're doing as a football club. But if you go back to the All or Nothing, I believe it was Steve Round saying he's such a fantastic young man, and we just need to give him time. And obviously, from when that series has been shot, to what you see now, it's amazing. It's no secret, people. I'm a big fan of Martinelli. I always say, because he's Brazilian as well. unapologetically, I'm extremely biased. There's a couple players I'm extremely biased to in this team. I can't lie. Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, William Saliba, Martin Odegaard, Kieran Tierney, even though, Zinchenko's where did you? Gabriel could do no wrong, essentially. Aaron Ramsdale, Benjamin White, probably the whole team, anyways, people. But we're going off topic. Smash the like button. Let me know your thoughts, people. And I'm keen to see Gabby grow because, he's 21. He's not the finished article. I'm keen to see him get more consistent, get more important, score more goals, be able to play up front as well as on the left, become even more of a leader, etc., 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 people. So yeah, man, and a player with big ability and personality. He's an important part of our future, and we're delighted that we have agreed a new deal. Arteta has said we're delighted Gabby has signed a new long-term contract. Our supporters see his quality and energy every single time he puts on the shirt, and he's the same every day in training with his hard work and positive values. Gabby is still very young, so we know there's still much more to come from him, and it's great that we'll be on this journey together. We're now excited to continue to develop his huge talent and look forward to seeing him perform well with Arsenal in years to come. What more can you say there on Gabby Martinelli? Again, people, he signed a new contract at least until 2027. People, there's rumors there is another option to take it to 2028. So by that time, within the next 5 years at 21, if he keeps developing realistically, he'll probably sign an even better deal where there's more cha-ching. But right now, he's tied down. When you look at Gabriel Martinelli in the Premier League this season, only Bukayo Saka was 14, has registered more goal contributions of the under-21 players than Gabby Martinelli with 9. So it's amazing stuff, people. Amazing stuff. If we go away from that, I did see last night, Moses Caicedo's agent, Manuel Sierra, has criticised Brighton for denying the midfielder the dream of his whole life by blocking move to Arsenal after the Gunners had 2 bids rejected. I mean, Arsenal, where Declan Rice and Moses Caicedo are concerned, we're going to have to just spin the block in the summer where these guys will be wanted by a whole bunch of clubs. But hopefully the failed pursuit, all's not lost. When we failed to bring him in January, hopefully, we're now keeping good relations and dotting I's and crossing T's so that when June, July, August comes, when Brighton are more willing to sell him, let's do what he's doing. And for all of this, I was thinking about yesterday, for all this, we've damaged our relationships with Brighton. If you're nice to someone, if somebody's nice to you, if you have a friend who's nice to you 9 times and the 10th time they're horrible to you, are they a horrible person or they've just done a horrible thing? So keep that in mind, Brighton, especially with your cash reserves. Anyways, people, he has criticised Brighton for not selling the midfielder. I mean, you lot became his new agents at the wrong time. I can't necessarily begrudge Brighton for not wanting to tear up their squad mid-season, rejected a mad bid, which considering they signed him for 5 million would have been a healthy profit, but they know they'll get it, they'll sell him in the summer. They might sell for a bit more, they might sell for a bit less. It will still be a handsome profit. But he's hit out. Caicedo has returned to training and assured Brighton and De Zerbi he'll give his best for the second part of the season, which is right because, again, if all these clubs that have been linked with you, if you want them to sign you again or try to sign you, you've got to keep going. We had 2 bids rejected, so in hindsight, we never bidded a third time. The latest second was worth 70 million. Apparently, Manuel Sierra, Caicedo's agent, criticised Brighton for not allowing the move to go ahead and stated this is an opportunity that may not be repeated in life. I mean, realistically, there'll be bids for him again from the Chelseas, from the Arsenals, from the Liverpools, maybe even Man United, who were linked with him when Brighton got him, and a whole host of teams in Europe. But nonetheless, he said the offers were received. You see what is on the table, and Moses says that he wants to go forward, and that is a dream of his whole life. That is an opportunity that may not be repeated in life, people. So we'll have to see. As you know, Caicedo was also linked with Chelsea, but the 21-year-old will now remain at Brighton for at least the rest of the season, as chairman Tony Bloom refused to let him leave. A move to a major club could still occur in the summer, but Caicedo may well be frustrated with his current situation. And we all know previously he did say, I am grateful to Mr. Bloom and Brighton for giving me the chance to come to the Premier League. And I feel I've always done my best for them. I always play football with a smile and with heart. I am the youngest of 10 siblings from a poor upbringing in Santo Domingo in Ecuador. My dream always to be the most decorated player in the history of Ecuador. I am proud to be able to bring in a record transfer fee for Brighton, which would allow them to reinvest and it would help the club continue to be successful. I mean, eventually they will do that, innit, really and truly. They will sell him. The fans have taken me into their hearts and they'll always be in my heart. So I hope they can understand why I want to take this magnificent opportunity. I mean, the 21-year-old, he's had his head turned. He'll be back. So yeah, apparently commenting on the statement, Sierra said, "We helped draft the statement." Obviously, his agent. I mean, Caicedo didn't just come out and say that everything's tactical. In that statement, he expressed his wish and his gratitude to the club because they gave him the chance to fulfill his dream of playing in the Premier League. We don't know what can happen tomorrow. Maybe he trains and gets injured. We don't know what's going to happen. Bloody hell, man. We hope that's not the case, really and truly. So yeah, once again, people, he's returned to training. He's doing what he's doing in it. People, smash the like button, comment, subscribe, and all of those good things. It's lovely to see Martinelli. I love everything about Arsenal. I wanted to stay. Arsenal supporters made me feel like one of them. I couldn't imagine being anywhere else. Keep it going, lad. Keep it going, lad. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Forget all of these. But yeah, this actually came out in the last few hours, people. This is something that if you know, by the time you was probably going to bed in the United Kingdom to now, Arsenal have officially communicated it. Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano, all them kind of guys were doing it throughout the night. Once again, understand Gabriel Martinelli's new deal with Arsenal will also include an option to extend the contract for a further year. Guaranteed contract until June 2027. Club's option until 2028. So essentially a 5-year deal, really. David Ornstein makes claim about Arsenal and Chelsea target Declan Rice. David Ornstein believes there could be another huge battle between Arsenal and Chelsea in the summer, this time for the signing of Declan Rice. And I mean, the Declan Rices, the Caicedos, half of these players are going to be in high demand and high regard. So I hope that we get these targets and do what we can, or I hope that we react and find alternatives, somewhat like what we did in January. I mean, this isn't anything revolutionary. He said, we need to keep an eye on other clubs like Man United, who have often been linked with Declan Rice, but also who will be the ownership at the time. And they are still in the market to bolster their midfield in a way that we've been led to believe in recent years because they've been short of top midfield options until the arrival of Casemiro. Manchester City, I don't sense they're that strong on Declan Rice, but if Gundogan leaves, then there's clearly a need. I mean, they've got Calvin Phillips, who they might move on and could probably well end up at West Ham, in my opinion. Who knows? And apparently Gundogan now wants to say, it's just the sense you get, which can, of course, change. Maybe it's an Arsenal-Chelsea toss-up for Declan Rice. As things stands, the Jorginho deal very much means a high-profile, high-level number 6 is going to be on the agenda for Arsenal as things stand. Fair enough. Again, apparently, Ornstein expects him to be available for a little less than 100 million, people. He's been informed by people in the industry that Rice could be signed this summer for a fee of between 75 million and 85 million. So if it's 60 for Caicedo, 75 for Declan Rice, over 100 million on 2 long-term midfield options, it could be good. But one has to sense either or, in my opinion, even though I'd love both. So we'd have to see in relation to Declan Rice, people. Again, 75, 80, 85 could be a figure. You're seeing everything from 60 all the way to 100. This was the original article that his agent was speaking from. I think this is just the same thing, really. So yeah, people, it is what it is. Brighton are 6th place in the standings, Rob. So yeah, they're trying to achieve Europe, really and truly. Should we see what other news there may or may not be in relation to Arsenal? Unfortunately, Arsenal have been linked with Hudson-Odoi, probably because he's going to be moved on from Chelsea. He's only 22 years of age, English and all of those sort of things. You can make a case for why he would be linked. Whether Arsenal want to move for the project player, I don't know. Might as well just keep Reece Nelson then, innit, really? And he's on handsome wages, on over 100 bags a week. At least said he's doing the business. Meaty, man. So I'm not too sure, but for what it's worth, Arsenal are monitoring Chelsea youngster Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is on loan at Leverkusen and could go after the play in the summer, as the Blues are likely to put him on the transfer list, people. So yeah, it's peak. You got Sterling, Woodrick, Felix potentially, a whole bunch of players ahead of you. We were willing to trigger Martin Zubamendi's release clause, but the player didn't want to move in January. We've been previously linked with Edison Alvarez. So again, where Mikel Arteta is concerned and Edu, they're just going to have to get things going and get the ball moving in relation to confirming signings in the summer and keep maintaining what we're doing, But in relation to Caicedo's agent, Gabriel Martinelli, that's all I've got to add, people. So like I said at the start, please make sure you're commenting, you're liking, you're subscribing, you're turning on your notifications. Don't forget, tomorrow it's Arsenal versus Everton, live from 12:30. So I'll be live with you lot from 11:30. Most importantly, people, I hope you and your loved ones remain in good health. I hope you lot are having a great week, and I hope the weekend is great. Appreciative to you lot tuned in for this. Let me know your thoughts, but let you lot get out of here.
So it's always just that active red light, defending. I think